5 seconds to go. Start. In the coming time, water scarcity is going to be a worldwide crisis, and our country too will face the same crisis. We lack adequate water conservation measures. Government of India is laying a lot of emphasis on saving water, but the process of interlinking the rivers is very slow. In order to quench the thirst of Himachal, Haryana, Delhi, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra, various dams have to be constructed soon. MOUs have been signed among the states and the union government for the construction of two dams, but the work pertaining to the third dam is still pending. I urge upon the government to ensure speedy completion of these projects. The proposal of interlinking the rivers was made long ago, but the project is still lying incomplete. Flood like situation prevails across the country due to heavy rainfall, resulting in a lot of damage. We have witnessed flood like situation in Himachal, Punjab, Haryana, and Delhi recently, which has caused damage worth billions of rupees. Interlinking rivers across the country can mitigate flood to a great extent. Therefore, the interlinking of rivers should be ensured at the earliest. Before coming here, I had the privilege of inaugurating the Banjara Heritage Museum. This museum will introduce the great Banjara culture, which is such a vast heritage and such an ancient tradition to future generations. And I urge all of you and those sitting on the stage that you should visit this museum before leaving. I congratulate the Chief Minister. The concept that was formed during his first government has now been executed beautifully. I feel great satisfaction and joy after seeing it today. I urge you to visit it and later on make sure that your families visit it as well. I also met some esteemed members of the Banjara community. Their faces were lit with pride and satisfaction from the recognition of their heritage has gained through this museum. I congratulate all of you on the inauguration of this museum. Friends, your Prime Minister worships those who were ignored by others. Our Banjara community has played a significant role in the social life of Bharat and in Bharat's journey of nation building. The great individuals from this community have contributed immensely to the country in the fields of art, culture, spirituality, and trade. Many great personalities of Banjara community have played great role in the freedom movement and have saved many people from so many atrocities by the foreign rulers. They dedicated their lives to the service of society. Our Banjara community has produced numerous saints who have given energy to the spiritual consciousness of Bharat. For several generations and even for hundreds and thousands of years, this community has preserved the culture and traditions of Bharat. During the freedom struggle, the British government even declared this entire community as criminals. After independence, it was the nation's responsibility to care for the Banjara community and give them the respect they deserve. And what did the earlier governments of that time do? The policies of those governments kept this community disconnected from the mainstream. After independence, those governments had a foreign mindset from the beginning. They believed that one family should continue to rule Bharat because the British had given them this right. That is why they always maintained a disrespectful attitude towards the Banjara community. It is the present government at the center that established the welfare board for the several communities related to nomadic and semi nomadic. Our government has been continuously working to ensure that this community's cultural identity is properly respected. Various state governments have also launched several schemes to accelerate the development of Banjara community. Many governments had put a halt to the work. The development of this pilgrimage site will not only facilitate the devotees but at the same time it will also accelerate the development in the surrounding areas. Through its policies, our party aims to uplift the backward sections of the society. While some of the political parties only know how to exploit them, they want to keep the political parties only know how to exploit them. They want to keep the poor in the state of poverty. A weak and poor Bharat suits them and their politics very well. That is why you all need to be very cautious of them. Today, many of them are being run by the Naxals. They feel that if everyone unites, their agenda of dividing the country will fail. That is why they want to recreate a difference among us. The entire country can see who is supporting their dangerous agendas. Those who want to stop Bharat from progressing are their closest friends these days. Therefore, this is the time to unite. Our unity alone will save the country. Brothers and sisters, I want to tell the people about another misdeed. You must have seen in the news that drugs were recently seized in Delhi and they were worth thousands of crores. And see the sad part that who turned out to be the mainstream of this drug racket was a leader of their party. This drug racket was being operated under the leadership of that mastermind. They want to push the youth into drug addiction and use that money to fight and win elections. We need to be alert to this danger and warn others as well. We must win this battle together. Today, every decision and every policy of our government is dedicated for the development. Several major steps have been taken today towards empowering farmers. Many projects related to agriculture have been inaugurated, which will increase the capacity for storage and management of agricultural products. These efforts will help to increase the income of farmers. Some of our state governments have even made farmers' electricity bills zero. Farmers receive the electricity bills that have zero written on them. Some of the previous governments even increased the prices of seeds, making false promises of loan waivers before every election is their favorite tactic. After so much time has passed, farmers are now asking why their loans have not been waived. Government is also providing financial assistance to cotton and soybean farmers.